Well, magnificent to hear.
Ah, she's fantastic.
Wonderful.
Singer like that.
And in that kind of a setting too, which is really chamber music and not just a solo with a couple.
What is chamber music?
What is it? I guess it was written for small chambers, but that's all I can think of.
You know what chamber music is?
What is your definition?
The process of listening, which music is.
More, yeah.
Yeah, that's what chamber music is. If you don't play chamber music, you're not a musician. As far as I'm concerned, you've got to play chamber music.
Yeah, and if you're a composer, you've got to write real music. You can't cover it up with a battery of percussion and brass and stuff. That's fascinating. What now? I have to ask you, what lured you to this particular program? What part did the program play in getting you here to participate?
Well, it's a celebration of Brahms, and when David called me a couple of years ago to participate, I said, by all means, I'd love to play as much music as I can with certain people we talked about, and of course, these are the people I wanted to play with. And I don't have a problem with playing first, second, third, fourth. You know, I'm utility infielder. It's fine too. I can't sing. I wish I could. And then we could do some Brahms duets or something with Jessye. But I can't play the piano. Thank God. You know. So,
Itzhak Perlman sings.
Well, he thought he sang. Well, he sang a little bit. You know, one little note here and there.
What kind of adjustment do you have to make as opposed to solo? You know, performing solo.
I paid them a lot. I paid them a lot of money, so they follow what I say. What do you mean adjustment?
No,
we get together, we play, we discuss, and we change everything in the performance. Yeah. You know, we don't do. There's no adjusting. You have to listen. You just have to listen.
You have to listen to each other.
Well, it's like the theater. You know, sure. Actors. We can't do it alone. We have to play with other people. That's the essence of chamber music, music making in general.
It would be a free-for-all with a large orchestra if there wasn't a conductor. But in chamber music, who makes the decisions that a conductor would make?
Seriously, the music makes the decision. Those notes that we play today, they've been there for 100 years, some more. That's the decision we have to come to. In a group of 4, a group of 5, group of 150, it doesn't matter. As conductor, what you're trying to do is given the opportunity to express the words through you. Yeah. In playing, you're doing it through the instrument immediately, but when you have a group of 4 or 5, you have to do the same thing.
Sure.
It's essentially the same thing. Right. It's a team. It's not one or the other.
Now, in this quintet coming up that we're going to hear after intermission, what special thing should the listener be on the lookout for to appreciate it most?
The interplay between voices. There's a lot going on inside voices, viola, cello. The piano has an enormous, a million notes to play. Very hard piece for the piano, which David does very easily because he's so gifted in the keyboard.
I always marvel at the arrogance of composers who just say, that's their problem, I'll write it this tough. We look forward to hearing it, though, and nice talking with you in person, and not just on the telephone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a beautiful sound. That was great to hear.
Thank you.
And I'm going to ask you what adjustment you make, if any, in performing a chamber piece like that, as opposed to doing a solo where you're accompanied by a piano or a big orchestra.
Well, the wonderful thing about chamber music is that, of course, what everybody else has said is this wonderful interplay and the intimacy of our working together and interaction of the musicians. That's a wonderful thing. It's marvelous if one can achieve that when performing with a larger group. But that is very rare. And with chamber music, it's very simple because we're close together. Everybody has a solo at some point. Everybody is accompanying everybody else. And we all sort of, sometimes we share the musical phrase. Sometimes one instrument might start a phrase and it's taken up by another one. And it's just, it's a wonderful, quiet, intimate way to make music. I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure you've sung a lot of other chamber music. Is there anything special about Brahms that you like in these particular songs?
Well, I like Brahms because it's very tuneful.
Yeah.
I really love it. I sing a lot of music, 20th century music, contemporary music, where I don't have these lovely melodic lines all the time. But I do love Brahms, and I love these songs. I love the fact that the viola is very close to the sound that the solo voice, the singer, is meant to make. The colors are very similar, and that I enjoy very much.
Yeah, particularly since this is for alto and viola and piano, and you have tremendous range, so you can sing soprano and alto.
Well, I do what I can.
Is there a preference, or that's an awful question to ask, but
No.
Is there anything special about singing in the alto range that appeals to you?
Well, I do it because it's comfortable for me and because I love the music. I mean, that's why I do anything that I do. I sing the music that suits my voice, whether it's meant to be soprano or lyric soprano or contralto, whatever. If I really feel that I have empathy for what it is I'm going to sing or what it is I want to sing, then I will do it. And it doesn't matter the vocal registration that's supposed to be there.
Well, your range appears to be not only vocally, but you have quite a range from singing solo and operatic arias and chamber music of this kind. You get in the right gear for each one.
Yes, I do. And I don't really have to make an adjustment vocally. I think that the adjustment is more a mental one. Because
really?
I know, yes, when I'm singing with a small group like this, I mean, we can change things much more easily. There's much more flexibility than one would have with a large orchestra. And we can change things, and as Pinchas said, do it completely differently than we did it in rehearsal.
That's amazing. I would think it would be more challenging and more nerve-wracking, but apparently you feel very much at home.
Oh no, it's somehow more comfortable because we are there together, and everybody, as I said before, supporting one the other. It's great.
Wonderful. Well, it's certainly a great thing to be on the listening end of it.
Well, you're very kind.
I really appreciate the chance to chat with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessye Norman.